Well, folks, 50 Cent was on Capitol Hill today with attorney Ben Crump talking about increasing opportunities for African Americans in the liquor industry. He is suing a particular company, saying they have been defrauding him. He met with Democrats and Republicans. There are a lot of photo ops out there with Speaker Mike Johnson, Lauren Boebert, and others. That sounds great and wonderful, but here's the real issue. Show me how Republicans are willing to do that. Are they going to stand up and fight discriminatory behavior happening in this industry? What about what's happening in Black-owned media? Folks at USA Today posted this video on social media, 50 Cent addressing the microphones.
It's definitely not my traditional platform. I should have studied this like a verse and just bust a rap. It's really exciting for me to be here. I got a chance to meet with both sides today, and it feels really good. Like, they don't agree. They don't agree on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So to get them to agree on seeing me was an accomplishment in itself. As far as today, I went to talk to them about economic opportunities for everybody, and it's really exciting. The response I got makes me feel like that there's bright things ahead of us.
Well, I'll say this here. It's actually no shock. It's not that big of a deal that both sides would agree to meet 50 Cent. He is, of course, a prominent artist, businessman as well. So, look, politicians don't mind celebrities as well. Here's the thing for me that really jumps out here, and I'll go to you first, Scott, and that is this here. Yes, 50 Cent is suing this this particular company doing business with him. And when Diddy was talking about, when he filed his lawsuit against Diageo, alleging the same thing, and then there are other individuals. This is what I am going to say specifically to Black celebrities. Are you doing this because of you, or are you doing it for the collective? See, that's the real issue. If I think about a Harry Belafonte, if I think about an Ossie Davis, if I think about a long line of African Americans, Wendell Pierce, Don Cheadle, and others, there are folks, Jesse Williams, there are people who are working on behalf of the collective, Erica Alexander, I can keep naming folks. And so, I wasn't in D.C. today, I was here in Atlanta. Supporting Steve Harvey in his golf tournament, the money he raises for his boys and girls camps. But I did put in a call to Ben Crump. And I'm going to send a text to 50 Cent as well. And my question to them is going to be, okay, I got it. You met on Capitol Hill. So you want to see expanded opportunities for African Americans in this particular space while I was here. Former music executive Kadar Massenberg had his wines here. On the course, there was a sister who had her own liquor brand. I know there are other people who I've met. I've interviewed, we've had people on the show in Marketplace who created their own liquor brand. So here's the question that I would pose to 50 Cent. Are you willing to call for a meeting of all these individuals and then begin to say, how do we move as a collective? So the question is this about expanding opportunities for African Americans in the space, or is it about you expanding opportunities in the space? That would be the question I would pose to him.
What did Ben Crump say?
Haven't heard back yet, but I'm definitely going to follow up with him.
Okay, so it can be both. The reality is that Black-owned businesses have lots of challenges and have historically, right? If 50 Cent can lend his name and advocacy to expanding those opportunities, calling for legislation to expand those opportunities, demanding that Biden administration do more, and they've done a lot in this space, then, and him lending his name to it, as he goes along, he's going to bring a lot of others along. But it's not about the photo op and going to Capitol Hill one day with Ben Crump. The hard work begins after that. And so whether he's going to do this and be prepared to do this for all Black-owned businesses, men and women-owned Black folks, then the work after the photo op with Ben Crump and legislation. Are they going to draft legislation? Is he going to show up on the Hill without the photo op? Is he going to build a coalition of successful Black business owners who are all entrepreneurs like Steve Harvey and you and others, and build a coalition and really make this demand and make a strong push where that it is not about 50 cents, it's not about his celebrity, it's about the collective? Then the answer is it's about the collective. If you're not going to do all of that and more than what I just listed off the top of my head, then it's about the photo op and 50 Cent, and maybe he helps some, but not the collective. And that's the reality of being a celebrity. The celebrity behind the movement is not the celebrity, it's the movement behind the celebrity. And you have to create that with hard work and passion. And so I guess the verdict is out. We'll see. Will you be reporting on something else they've done in this regard in 2 or 3 months, in a year, in 2 years? Because it's not going to happen overnight because 50 Cent showed up on the Hill. So that's my response.
No, absolutely. And look, the thing that I make clear, and the reason I say that, Rebecca, because I make the point all the time when I am advocating for expanded opportunities for Black-owned media. I'm not saying, just for Roland, and I'm not saying that's what 50 Cent is doing. But what I am saying is that you appearing on Capitol Hill by yourself with Ben Crump, that's great. But as Scott said, nothing gets done unless it's a broader movement. And what I want to see is, I want to see this generation of Black celebrities not operate in silos. I want them to say, hey, let me pull people to the table. And now all of a sudden, when you come back to Capitol Hill, you come back with 50 or 100 or 200 African Americans who have created their own liquor brands, and they have brown liquor, they have wine, they have whatever. Now all of a sudden, again, that's how, to me, you effectively utilize celebrity where it's not just about you.
I agree. It's great to have 50 Cent on Capitol Hill, but we also need to see Curtis Jackson in the streets. Because I want him to talk more than just about his particular liquor brand, but also talk about liquor distribution in this country. How can more Black folks be a part of distribution where there's more avenues to create and generate Black wealth? The other thing that I want to see Mr. Curtis Jackson do, considering he has a new production studio in Shreveport, Louisiana, I believe is for both film and television production. I want to see him actually get involved in Louisiana and let them know, hey, I'm potentially bringing billions of dollars in revenue to your state. So all this crazy stuff you're doing down in Baton Rouge in the legislature, that's not going to work if you want me to bring my billions in the state. Otherwise, I could cross the border into Arkansas. I could go across the border over into Texas, and I could do business there. So I want to see 50 Cent, yes, and his star power and celebrity, but I need to see the businessman Curtis Jackson flexing his power for the Black community. Because even though you have some celebrities who say, hey, I'm OJ, I'm not Black, at the end of the day, you are still Black. You will be treated that way. And it never is good when you are the only one in the room. And you're right. He needs to bring up 50, 100 other people. Maybe he could do a collaboration with Uncle Nearest, which is now, I think, trending towards like $1 billion projection. So there's other things that he can be doing, but it's best not to go it alone. If you don't understand that through recent history, you can look at African proverbs that talk about it's better to go in a group and not be caught in the bush by yourself.
And look, there are a series of photos on his Twitter feed. Patrol, y'all should be pulling it up. He has a photo of Congressman Steve Scalise, Republican Majority Leader, Louisiana. He goes, boom. That's all it says. He was a walk and talk with Congressman Troy Carter. He also then you have this here from Fox New Orleans posted a photo. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, a North Louisiana native, met with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson in D.C. and thanked him for investing in Shreveport and the community. 50 Cent's G-Unit Studios opened in Shreveport earlier this year. And again, here's the whole deal. 50 Cent may not care about all the other issues that are happening in Louisiana. That's fine. Okay, I totally understand Rebecca's point. I'm gonna be just still very clear on this, Robert, and that is, I just simply think that if you are articulating the need for expanded opportunities for African Americans in this space, and you're talking about wealth creation, I believe the power move is for a 50 Cent to issue a call and Uncle Nearest and other individuals, large or small, and say, hey, we're gonna move collectively. We're gonna move as a group. We're gonna do what Dr. King said on April 3rd, 1968 at Mason Temple in Memphis, Tennessee, in that mountaintop speech, when he said that Black people individually are poor, yet collectively represent one of the largest economies in the world. He said we have to move as a collective to get things done. And that's what I certainly hope he does. And again, when the show's over, I'm going to text him this very thing. And I'm going to text it to Ben Crump. Because to me, that's how you actually show your power when you come back to Capitol Hill with 50, 75, 100, 200 African Americans who have liquor brands and say, we're standing as one. That to me is how you exercise your power, Robert.
Look, I'm going to defend 50 a little bit here because we can't expect 50 Cent to be Harry Belafonte all of a sudden. Look, he's somebody who made a career making songs about degrading Black women, about shooting Black men, selling drugs. But hold on.
Robert, hold up, Robert, remember, here's my whole deal. He came to Capitol Hill to advocate for expanding opportunities for African Americans in the business. What I'm saying is it can't just be about your lawsuit. It has to be about all of y'all trying to figure out what y'all seeing here. That's one of the features on an iPhone when you say certain things and you move your hands. But also that's them also saying Roland is lighting that ass up. See, so again, the thing we understand here, if you as an individual are advocating for African American expanded opportunities, all I'm saying is bring some other folks with you. That's just
Roland, the point. The African American he's advocating for is Curtis Jackson, not the rest of y'all. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. But look, that's the point that I'm trying to make. Let's stop pretending 50 Cent is Harry Belafonte here. He has an entire drug dealer multiverse on television right now with spin-off shows all about Black folks selling drugs to other Black folks and killing other Black folks. He spent 20 years making music about Black folks doing drugs, defaming and abusing women, and killing other Black folks. You think he's at Capitol Hill all of a sudden to be the Rosa Parks of liquor? No, he wants the exclusive license to keep Black folks drunk. And so this idea that suddenly he's going to be moving in this new direction, and look, Malcolm X talked about this 60 years ago, that we're the only community that looks to horn players, that looks to dancers, to look to ball players in order to be the leadership of our community. He has every right as a businessman to go up there and try to get new contracts, but he's barking up the wrong tree. If he thinks that Mike Johnson and Steve Scalise give a damn about opportunities for Black folks or give a damn about doing anything for diversity, equity, inclusion, run the entire campaign about not giving opportunities to Black folks. So meet with them all you feel like. But in reality, it ain't going to happen. That's not who he is. And we got to stop expecting people to suddenly change their stripes to become Mahatma Gandhi overnight. He's going to continue his business of making money off of the destruction of Black communities. And I don't think that's going to change all of a sudden with one visit to Capitol Hill.
And where I stand is very clear. If you are going to say, I am here to fight to expand opportunities for African Americans, okay, I'm saying bring them with you. That's the whole point. And so I believe in too many spaces that there are too many of us who are selfish. There's certain phrases, for and no more. Whereas I'm the only one in. Anytime I hear a black corporate executive say it's lonely at the top, I'm like, no, I blame you because you were supposed to bring some folk with you. And that's your damn fault. So all I'm saying is, and trust me, 50 gonna get a text, and Ben Crump is gonna get a text, and I'm gonna recommend, if that's what you're serious about, call the meeting of other African Americans in the business and say, the next time we are going to take the trip together, and now all of a sudden 50, 100, 200 descend upon Capitol Hill.
Fanbase is pioneering a new era of social media for the creator economy. This next generation social media app with over 600,000 users is raising $17 million, and now is your chance to invest. For details on how to invest, visit startengine.com/fanbase or scan the QR code. Another way we're giving you the freedom to be you without limits.